Round 1, fight!
Time. He planned it, orchestrated it, and executed it.
Oh, the crush!
And the arena is going wild right now.
That's gonna do it.
Let's go!
I'm a true champion.
Knuckle is your Capcom Cup champion. One more. Gonna do it. One. NRT is the Capcom Cup 2017 champion.
Gotchiku got it. That's gonna do it. He is your Capcom Cup champion. I'm a true champion. I'm a true champion.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Combo Breaker 2019. I'm a true champion. Sage Jam here with James Chen. Man,
I am not a true champion.
Are you not? You haven't officially made it? You're not in the Champions Club? Too bad. Well, we have a lovely day full of Street Fighter action to figure out who will be our champion tomorrow, of course, on the finals. I think our finals time is around 1 o'clock tomorrow. It's right in the middle of the day, so hopefully good in the afternoon for everybody who's tuning in from around the world in a reasonable time zone.
I think we're starting with like top 16 tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's top 24 at 10 a.m.
Oh,
So
okay.
24 hours from now, it'll be the semis. So tomorrow this same time, and then right after, like kind of a little bit later in the, I think it's an hour or so break or 2 hour break. Then we jump into the top 8, which is going to be around 1 or 2, I think, Central Time, which is what we're on right now. We're obviously in St. Charles, which is very far from Chicago, but sort of Chicago, Illinois here for Combo Breaker. It should be an awesome weekend. There's been a lot of great games already.
Oh, yeah. We've had some crazy matches all day yesterday. A lot of really good pop-offs and some good drama. And
some close comebacks. We had that great Chakotay match in my blog.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
Like super close. There's been a lot of dope matches so far.
Yeah, and a lot of shocks, too. I mean, interestingly enough, like going through some of this list over here, for example, like, you know, Tokido's already in loser's bracket, Itazan is already in loser's bracket, you know, and then we've had some really cool players, make it out of the pools.
Yeah, even on loser side, we had some like slide through because it's 3 out. If you guys don't know what that means, like when you have your normals winner finals, usually somebody will lose and they'll drop down and they'll have to play again in losers finals. In a 3 outs format, it's not like that. It's whoever's in winners finals together, both of them will make it out. One in winner side, one in loser side, and then there will be a normal losers finals on the bottom. So like instead of like a top 20 or a top 16, it's a top 24 because there's that extra player in the losers bracket. So it kind of adds on the extra 8 just like that. So that's how Combo Breaker does things, and I think that's how now most events are starting to do them. Yeah, they're starting to recognize the 3 out system so that you don't have double jeopardy situations where like you play and you beat someone and you make it to winners finals, you lose, you drop back down and you have to play them again. And then if you lose again, it's like, well, we went 1-1 and he made it out of the pool and I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, feels bad.
It's cool because we've got some names here. For example, like in Pool B3, Ghost Chips from New Zealand made it out on the loser side, you know.
Defeated Brian F.
Yeah, and so in that pool, Brian F. and Goichi did not make it out.
Yeah.
And so there's been a lot of people that we've already lost already. So we've lost like Snake Eyes is out already, Marine is out, Dual Kevin is
who's
out.
Been having a lot of success recently, right? I feel like ever since he's been on SFL, he's been playing a lot more, been having a lot of love, and really been grinding a lot. So yeah, there's a lot of players that didn't quite make it out of the pools yesterday.
Moke didn't make it out, LPN, Chris G, Tachikawa, all these guys have fallen in pools, and it's been a bloodbath here. So
early, right? Like we're not even through the pools just yet. But, here at CB, I mean that's the time where it gets crazy. It's always the pools.
Yep. And it's just, you can't count anyone out here.
No.
You know, there's 600 plus players, and all of them are so strong, and so it's so dangerous. But we're going to start right away here. We're going to have Nice One on player 1 side, and a Mighty Mash on player 2.
The Mighty Mash.
We do the mash?
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
We do the Mighty Mash. I mean, look, his sponsor is BZOO. If he just got rid of the Z, it would be like
the Boo.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I can rock with a Monster Mash. It's a classic.
You know, I don't know if I've ever seen that Zeku outfit, but that's from
I think it's brand new. It's from like the
War
battle.
Zard. It's War Zard, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or
you had to collect all the pieces like Exodia,
Yeah,
from what I understand. I know that I didn't quite get all of them. I think Ringe played Zeku, and he was mad because he missed 1 week. It was like one of those situations where he was like, darn it, I missed one time. Oh, he had the counter hit strong after the +1 on the stand switch, but SPD.
Yep, well that was light SPD, so, oh, I don't think he meant to jump backwards.
Probably not. Jump over the EX Grab. Oh, trying to reset.
Too early. He actually did the SPD too early.
Yeah, switch into young Zeku. He's got this nice hat. Wake up Lariat to beat the cross up.
That's old school style right there. That's enough to kill. There we go. Nice one. Taking round 1.
Yeah, I like the way he kind of chose his options there, recognized that he had a couple of bars to spend, got a nice counter hit confirm, micro walk, stand medium punch. It was a really well played closeout. Whip punish, a little tap.
Not much, but it's enough to discourage him from continuing to do that.
Yeah, that crouching medium punch is a pretty solid button from Zeku. I feel like it's never done just once. Like, Zeku players have to hit it multiple times. You gotta be like, boop, boop, and hit it twice.
Nice! Just jabbing away at that armor. Yeah, that crouching medium punch I always called the mini Rufus, you know?
Yeah, not quite as far, but still really solid.
Oh, yeah, you're not getting that activated at all. A nice one. Much easier round 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's it's going to be immediate. It's going to be wake-up buttons. It's going to be a wake-up V-trigger.
He has a little hole in the hat.
Just to see, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, a little bit of vision. It's like the guard that Knights have on their helmets, except for, like, I feel like this maybe gives him more vision. I'm not sure. Ninjas are fine, you know, they don't always need vision like that.
It's always weird because, like, I would have imagined the old Zeku would be the hat one, you know, and young Zeku would be the other one, but
that's a good point.
Young Zeku said, you know what, I want to wear the hat sometime, okay?
Back throw dizzies, yep.
Oh, is this going to be a perfect? It is, and we're starting the day here with some perfects.
Yeah, nice one. Zeku looking really, really clean so far. Just, he had like a missed counter hit combo, but then immediately picked up the pieces.
All right, here we go, but not the clean lariat hit, so not going to get...
Yeah, didn't even combo, actually.
Oh, didn't? Okay.
He missed the combo. I think he was holding up back, trying to get out of the SPD that he went for last time.
It's classic saying.
Good uppercut. He waited while crouching for a long time.
That's the second time now he's gone for the SPD too early. He's like in the middle of hit stun still.
Yeah. Counter hit combo, that's the dizzy.
And the stun, and probably the match.
Yep, he can get the switch into the heavy palm. All 3 hits for big damage. Nice one, Zeku. Cleans it up on our first match of the day.
Yep, it's a nice one for nice one here, and he's going to be moving on to the next round. That was pool G2.
G2, yeah. I think in these pools, Ricky's in this set of pools. I think John Takuchi as well is playing in the next few pool blocks we have. 10 a.m. pools, the early block, right? So this is where lots of players will show up, and you know, I hope you didn't stay out too late last night, you know, playing those casuals. It is a 24-hour ball.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, you know, that's the danger. You know, it's the one more game. One more game before I go to sleep.
One more set in. Whatever you do, if you are playing Tasty Steve, leave. Do not stick around, because Tasty Steve will be like, oh, we got to play a few more, man. Let me get one more match.
Get one more.
You're going to be stuck there for 5 hours playing one more.
The number one lie told in all of the FGC is one more game.
And I tech that. It's like in that order. It's one more game. I tech that, and you can definitely react to that.
Yeah.
You could definitely react to that, dude. If you look at the frames, if you just like stare into the frame, people always say that, bro. When I'm playing perfect, I can see the frames. No, you can't.
It's that Matrix thing. It's all Matrix fault, right?
Yeah, yep.
Everyone's like, I can see the code.
It's just zeros and ones flying across the screen. You can't see it.
Oh man. But yeah, it looks like coming up next in Pool G3, we're going to have MDK and UG DJ Vest.
It's a name I haven't heard for a while.
Yeah, DJ Vest is an old school SoCal player.
Yes.
He was a Blanca player in Street Fighter 4. And I think he moved a little bit out east, so I think he's not in the area anymore. So I think he's in New York now.
Dang, he made his way over here to Combo Breaker. I feel like this is the one to come to. If you want to come out to an event, it's like, you have to choose your, if you want to come to a US event, I think your choices are like CB, CEO, Evo. Those are like the big 3.
Yep.
And if you just want to come, hang out, and play games, Combo Breaker is a dope event for that. It's like, as we said, you can play 24 hours in the ballroom. So there's a lot of time to just kind of relax, get lots of games in, get lots of really solid practice in. It's a good feeling, I think, to just show up and be like, yep, we get to play games, hang out, have a good time.
Yeah, and in this pool here, in Pool G3, this pool has Oil King, Idom, and Ramasama in here as well. So.
And also in this setup pool, I mentioned John, Takeuchi, and Ricky. They're in the same pool as Doom Snake, so they're in the same pool together.
Ooh. Angry
Angry Bird and Nephew are in Pool G2 as well. So we have a bunch of heavy hitters in the G blocks. You can see these and all the brackets over at smash.gg. Just right now is a great time to open it, actually, while they're in character select, loading into the match. Go over to smash.gg, click on Combo Breaker.
And the best part about this is we'll actually get to see Idom play.
Yeah, he'll get to play his Laura instead of being banned out the whole time.
Oh, man, I'm playing some Birdie.
Idom Birdie. Who's not excited for that?
Yeah, well, you know what? DJ Vest is excited that Blanca was back in the game because you can see right here he's still sticking with that Blanca. And looks like MDK is going to try to pull an Idom here and going with Laura.
Yeah, I mean, a character we don't see as often these days. She's not as strong as she used to be in this season of the game, but still has pretty high one chance
Yeah,
potential.
she's still got that momentum. Once she gets everything going, she could just kind of steamroll you. But we've got the two Brazilian electric pair here. Yeah, here we go. This is what... Oh, wait. DJ Vest is the one playing Laura?
That's a good question, actually. I wonder if they are switched. He is on player 2 side.
Yeah, okay.
Standing medium kick confirm into the target combo. A lot of times you see Blanca players just go for the second hit of the target combo instead of finishing with a third spike so that they can get like an empty jump setup or go for some kind of setup. But he just finished the target combo there.
No, I definitely confirmed, yeah, just by watching the hands and everything. DJ Vest is the Laura player and MDK is the Blanca. So things are oh no! You got the crush, and I think you just reacted a little too slow for the slide.
Yeah, and if that's crush counter fierce with Blanca, you can like hop or something. You have a lot of combo options that you can go for, but it's like one of those things that sometimes it hits and you're like, Especially at 10 a.m., I don't blame you.
All right, setting up again with that fireball. Nice, made it over it.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually. I thought that was gonna land on it.
Yeah. Here we go, DJ Vest trying to apply that pressure. Nice punish on the Blanca ball. He's had that a couple of times now, so that's something that MDK's got to be aware of. Missed the meaty. Gotta have your meaty timings in this game. It's so important. Again, countering that. Like I said, MDK's got to work on some of those hit confirms on block.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for it. I mean, that's one thing that's, one of the few things that if your opponent has meter, they're ready for it and have a great punish on it. And man, I gotta see a little bit more EX Thunderclap from DJ Vest instead of just committing to the regular one on block. Tick throw will do it. Nice and easy.
There you go. So DJ Vest taking game number 1. I really feel like they need to pick the Brazil stage here. I mean, come on.
That stage has one of my favorite themes, and it's also like a very clear open stage, which to me you can never go wrong with a stage that is very like well lit and open, and like there's not a lot of distractions in the background.
Every time I hear that theme song though, it always makes me think of that sweet dreams are made of these.
I never thought about that.
Because I've done that before on my streams. I'll like sing it along with it and people are like, oh my god, I'll never unhear this now.
Yeah, I can't think about it, otherwise it's gonna be stuck in my head forever. Little crush counter combo, the fierce into the electricity. Last time we didn't see him get anything off of it, so it's cool that he at least got like the conversion into electricity. He probably just buffered it, and then it turned out to be a crush counter.
DJ Vest though with the life lead here at this point, and MDK trying to play some offense, but empty jump throw for DJ Vest is going to put him at basically 1 to 2 hits away from taking this round.
Yeah, trying to use the coward crouch, activates V-trigger.
Oh, that's got to punish. Yeah, there you go. Oh no, could have did a lot more than that.
All right, finishes the target combo again. Goes for the electric stomp.
Plus, and didn't do anything. Oh, he's out of it. Oh, he's VT1. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he had the enhanced electricity where he stomps on the ground. You can get a juggle after that with Blanca Ball and stuff. He has extra combo rounds in this V-trigger, but you don't see it very often.
Yeah, VT2 is more of the kind of robbery V-trigger, which a lot of people like to go with in this game.
Yeah, and it also gives you good control, like your Blanca balls can be safe, which is something that's really nice to have, or you can just make a plus. Gets really good pressure with it too. It's a solid V-trigger.
Yeah, Vi has always said that, you know, the characters in Street Fighter V, they need, you know, good buttons and a good robbery V-trigger to be considered very, very strong. You know, that is something that Laura has. That V-trigger 1 does give her a lot of ability to steal rounds. But DJ Vest, I mean, honestly, this is one of the first rounds that he's had enough damage to have a V-trigger 1 to go. Laura's not very good at building her V-trigger, and here we go. We have activates and immediately goes in.
Oh, wake up.
Beats it out, yeah. Oh no, yeah. Should have been it right there, but made it a little bit harder on himself, but still managed to take it anyway.
Yeah, he could have had, I mean, he had counter hit on the punish, and he did crouching medium kick into the thunderclap. He could have done crouching medium punch, EX thunderclap, up elbow in V-trigger. That's a combo that would have pieced together the round. But, you know, 10 a.m., hard to get a perfect crouch counter punish all the time. Probably stayed up late playing games or something like that. You never know.
For sure, for sure. Oh, man. But thanks, everybody, for tuning in to some combo breaker action bright and early in the morning. I know on the West Coast it's even earlier, so...
That's true, actually. If you're watching from the West Coast, it's, what, 8 a.m. over there right now?
You're an early riser already. Then,
like, in bed, like, you know, with, like, the blanket over your head watching on Twitch. You're just like, oh, my
Exactly.
gosh.
And, you know, but if you're around the world, if you're, you know, in Europe or anywhere else, sure, it's either the middle of the day or you guys are ready to go to sleep and everything. So, you know, watching some combo breaker action to help you lull you to sleep, you know, with our beautiful, you know, voices.
It's always like
here.
that. And then you wake up like 5 hours later and you're like, oh, what's happening? It's like your phone's still on. It's like burning a hole in your chest. You're
Dude,
like, oh my gosh.
The worst thing about it is whenever I fall asleep to commentary and to matches, I start dreaming about the tournament and everything. Like, I'll actually... like be at the event and everything, and it's
because you can hear it. So in your dream, it's like making sense to you. You're like, oh yeah.
It's very, very weird, but oh, look at this. We've got Graft MOV.
The master of vampires himself sitting down on the sticks in this set of pools as well.
He's going to be going up against VG Mega Man.
Yep, bright and early here. 10 a.m. at Combo Breaker. And, you know, if you're an international player traveling in, waking up early can be a little tough, at least for MOV. You got to fly in, I assume, like maybe Thursday, and then rest, right? You had all of yesterday to, like, relax, play some games, try to get some rest in.
I mean, this is definitely not his time. I mean, he's a vampire, right?
That's true.
This is the morning here. This is not good for him at all.
That's a bad time slot, yeah. When you think about it like that, he's got to play at night. Does he have the dirt from his coffin with him? Vampires can't sleep very well if they don't have their dirt. That's
well,
real lore.
He's got a lot of dirt in his gameplay, so it's all good.
It's true.
You know, that's where the dirt comes in.
All right.
But going with Karen?
Yeah, no Chun-Li on the screen, so MOV not playing Chun. I actually haven't seen him play for a little while, I guess.
That's interesting because he's done so well with Chun-Li. I mean, he's repeatedly made EVO top 8s or just outside of EVO. I mean, he's been one of the most consistent players using Chun, but it looks like he wants to get a taste of that top tier.
Yeah, and I think, like, honestly, like, if you like Chun-Li's game plan, if you enjoy it, if you think it's fun to play, this is a good choice because you still have really strong ground game and big buttons, and you have confirms that you can use off your crouching medium kick that lead to way more than just spinning bird kick.
Yep, and you know what? MOV is kind of used to confirming those crouching medium kicks into things, you know, being a strong third strike Chun player.
Yeah, Street Fighter 3 and 3S. I'm sure he played that this weekend as well.
Oh, yeah, that's... No, actually, I don't think he was in it.
Oh, he didn't enter?
Maybe. I'll have to ask David because I know he did some commentary for that. There we go.
Yeah, this kind of character I think is great for MOV because it lets him play ground game where he really is strong, and he can hit confirm those crouching medium kicks really well. And he has a reversal still, which I think he's really good at. Look at that hit confirm on the crouching medium kick.
Try to get the throw. Nice backdash from Mega Man. Okay, here we go. He could take this round, but look at this. MOV says, look, I've seen this a million times now from Fujimura, so, you know.
Yeah, he hit him with the classic setup, medium kick, medium punch. Dang, the sweep, it was going to be in the V-trigger. I like that command dash that Mega Man tried. I think next time maybe like heavy kick command dash kunai in the front to try to like, throw him off or something. If he's going to try that same setup again.
Okay. Gets in there with the command dash into the forward throw, but then gets picked up right away. And again, just a slight delay on that. Oh, you know what? He wanted that single hit stun so he could get all the damage.
Yeah, dropped the combo early for the dizzy. Looks for the hit confirm. Overhead. Really nicely spaced. He put himself out of range of Ibuki's buttons, let him whiff, and just sent whoop overhead.
Yep.
Easy peasy. That was a really well played round from MOV.
Yeah, in those situations, maybe wasn't going to be able to get the whiff punish in time, but just using the negative frames of, you know, the recovery to sneak in that overhead and catch him before he was ready for it.
Exactly, and I love that choice from MOV. It's like a really, I'm familiar with fighting games. I know how like the give and take of two players goes. Impressive stuff. So back to character select.
Just like the fact that all these players always have like this mysterious liquids that they're drinking there. I don't know.
Mysterious liquids.
I think it was a Tokido I saw yesterday. It was just had like this jar and it was like this like reddish liquid in there, and I was like,
oh, he had like the shaker though, right? Like the workout
yeah,
shaker.
Yeah, that's
He's
what it was.
he always has that bad boy. He also always has the eye drops.
Yes, the Roto eye drops.
Yeah, you know what's funny is some of the other players, like Super Noon and some of the other US players, when they went to Japan, they tried those things. They're like addicted now. They're like, we love playing. The eye drops are so good for you. They make it like really great to play. So Super Noon asked Goichi to bring like a box. He's like, can you bring a ton of eye drops? Because they can't get the, you can't order the professional grade eye drops online. So they have levels, and like the level they use is like level 8.
What?
So Goichi brought a ton of eye drops for the US players, and he was just like, here you go.
Oh my God, I've got to try this out. I got to find out what the buzz is about.
It's like a breath mint for your eye.
How does that work?
That's the way I would describe it. It's like you put it in your eye, and then all of a sudden you're like, whoa, okay. My eyes are like, yeah, they're like clean and squeaky clean now.
Can you see the code?
You can see the frames.
You can see the frames now.
Yeah, it definitely has a bite to it.
Oh, look at this. Mega Man, though, while we're talking about eye drops, he's trying to, oh, never mind.
Yeah, you know what? He's got those eye drops nice and clean. Saw the confirm. He knew it. He's like, all right, James and Steve are off on some tangent. Let me clean this up real quick. Yeah, they're nice.
Okay.
You gotta try them out.
I would just be worried. You know, I feel like, you know, I was going to make a comment about, you know, eye drop combos, but, you know.
Ah, I see. That's next level. That's beyond my understanding of how the world works. I like that tap V skill. There's been a lot of stagger pressure from MOV.
Yeah. Just kind of lean back. If he had poked, you might have avoided that, and then also can catch the forward dash as well. Of course, if you don't charge it all the way, it is negative on block. Oh, but still going with that, okay? And he's building that meter. See, look at that. He's barely lost any life. And because of that, all those V skills, he was able to use one already.
Now, whip punish sweep. Seen a lot of tip taps of those, wow, double tap V skill. He's recognized that it's working out, so I think I like that he's committing to it. Next hit is critical arc confirm.
Yep,
Easy
there
peasy,
it is, yep. And MOV is going to move on the winner's side.
Headphones off, handshake already happened.
Look at that
MOV.
expression on his face. What is that?
He's chugging through. He knows he's got a long set of pools left,
Yeah.
and you know, working on a new character that he hasn't been playing for 3.5 seasons, like Chun-Li or whatever, right? So, or 3 full seasons. As we have little Johnny Tack, John Takuchi coming up to the stage representing Team Liquid, up against Aegis Neglector.
I'm surprised he was able to make it up on the stage, without
Yeah, it's
going
like
out of stool.
It's like 2 feet off the ground, so I was like, that's like a quarter. That's like half his height. Is he gonna be able to do it?
God, wow, he is letting his hair go though.
Yeah, it is
that
super long.
That is some glorious hair though.
I don't know how he did it. I grew my hair out for 4 months when I lost my barber. They moved away 4 months.
Oh no!
4 months, and I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, my hair is out of control. That looks like a lot of growth to me. Like, his hair is pretty long.
But you just got your hair cut though. Did you find a new barber for yourself?
I did, yeah,
Nice,
it was
okay.
nice. He's great. He's a real quiet but funny Filipino guy. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's awesome.
All right. Well, John Takeuchi definitely has not found a barber.
No.
Maybe his
Maybe I
barber
should
moved
recommend
away.
him
Yeah,
mine.
I know.
He's in the U.S. so much these days, traveling around for Team Liquid. I should recommend him. Hey, if you're ever in SoCal, you need a great barber.
Yep.
He's a beast.
And Aegis Neglector on the left side. I believe he's California.
Aegis Neglector. Isn't Aegis Neglector? That name sounds familiar. Isn't he like the voice actor for something or
I think
something?
so. Yeah.
The Butler. Is that correct?
Yeah.
With the candlestick. I'm sure Spencer can fact check for me. He doesn't care. He just threw his arms up. Twitch chat will fact check for me. Twitch chat is always correct. Let me make sure. I'm sure they'll give you the deeds. Thanks everybody for tuning in to Combo Breaker.
I wanna say what, you know, his real name, but I just don't want to get it wrong because that's I'm senile now. You know, my brain doesn't work the same way that it used to when I was John Takeuchi's age. You know.
He is 21 now. That reminds me, Johnny Tack. I think he turned 21 recently.
Johnny Tack, I like that.
Yeah, little Johnny Tack. I think, yeah, I think he's hit 21 now. So he's a grown man, believe it or not.
Here we go. It is going to be Urian for Aegis Neglector.
Yeah, with a name like Aegis Neglector, you got to be playing Urian, I think.
Yep, I was correct. Mike DeBonis, that's him. Yep, from SoCal.
All right. So this is the G block. If you guys are curious, this is the same pool that Ricky Ortiz and Doomsnake are in as well. This is not an easy pool. This is a pretty stacked one.
No, Mike actually hosts gatherings a lot of time at his place too, so a lot of people will show up over there and play Street Fighter V there.
Nice.
Been there once. So.
Awesome. We saw early one of the big things about this matchup that is very powerful for Rashid is putting yourself, wow, it's an overhead too.
God, okay.
Putting yourself at +1 is very, very powerful against the 4-frame character like Urian. Yeah, you can actually safe jump that, although that was a miss from John Takuchi. Safe jump the headbutt, and also crouching medium punch from Rashid is +1. Against a character with 4-frame buttons, Rashid can just frame trap you all day long. He's really, really good at that.
Yeah, it's such a distinction in Street Fighter V to know the characters with no 3-framers versus the ones with the 3-frame buttons.
Yeah, the math on that is that if you're +1 and you have a 5-frame medium, you will frame trap their button because of the priority system.
Right.
So anytime you're +1, that was a super sick whip punch. You see meaty jab just in case he went for EX headbutt.
Yeah,
you were recovering time.
Yep.
It's really well played so far from John. He looks solid in this matchup. There's a lot of good Urian players in Japan too, so it's not that surprising to me.
Interesting they didn't cancel that previous EX Tornado. Oh, there. Yeah, see, the EX headbutt just has so much startup. It's very easy to throw out a button, still block in time, gets the back throw.
Yeah, clean and clinical round from John. I mean, you know, I was saying there's a lot of strong Urian players in Japan. When I was at Japan, there was a gathering, Esports Square Akihabara, and Onmon was there. He's like a Warlord or Grandmaster ranked Urian player. There's obviously Nemo, his teammate on Liquid, who's a really, really powerful Urian player. There's a lot of really, really, really good players to play and study with there. And John's playing this matchup really well so far. We'll see if there's any adjustments from Aegis Neglector, counter hit combo.
Well, the hardest part about it is if you can't get your offense going, or if you're just stuck on defense the whole time, it's really hard to get anything going for yourself. Yeah, he's just been stuck in the corner almost the entire game here. But here, just goes for the reset. Yeah.
Yeah, he was unsure if the second crouching heavy punch was going to pop up or not. At that time, he could have got it, but it went safe and steady. Counter hit combo. Just did the crouching medium kick after. There's a great interruption.
Yeah. Always got to try to challenge that crouching heavy punch into tornado. Canceled.
Yeah, I think missed the Aegis activation he wanted.
The trade with Takeuchi's right in there. Tries to set up the shield to give himself a defense, but he forgot about the projectile invincible EX Eagle spike.
Yeah, and John did not. He whiffed that jab from full screen and was like, do it. V skill up, I dare you. And that's one of the things about Rashid. He has so much utility, you know. He has all these different options in every situation to deal with this stuff.
Yeah, that's why he's such a strong character. He's just got all the movement. He can choose which side you're on almost every single time.
Back throw Dizzy here. Just walks back, lands the crouching medium kick.
Got 2 bars here. No, not going to spend a second one.
Yeah, anything will kill now. I like that stagger pressure low. And now if you're John, you're just chilling.
Close range activation. Interesting. Just remember the close Aegis reflected. Yeah, there you go. Okay, but that wasn't real. But still, Takeuchi just playing it very safe, very patient. Finishes it off with the crouching heavy punch, as so many Rashids do.
Yeah, really, really good button. And John, that was really well done. If you're a Rashid player, that's like the perfect match to watch to be like, okay, what do I need to do in the Rashid matchup, or in the Urian matchup, just to watch that and see how John like handles that, because it's not like he's playing against someone who's like not a strong Urien player. That's someone who like knows how to play Urien, is solid, but ran into somebody who is obviously like, you know, CPT level, super strong player, and it's like, well, what you gonna do about it? He's very, very good.
Look at this on the right. We have Eli the Curry coming up, who has been playing phenomenally in Southern California. At just like the recent OC Goodwill event, for example. I think he got to winners finals in the last chance qualifiers.
He's at Wednesday Night Fights every single week as well.
He's been placing pretty high at Wednesday Night Fights as well. Right?
He's a transplant, actually, Eli is. He used to be out in the Midwest, right? And we used to see him at all the Midwest events and everything. He'd be on the mic and he'd be playing in events. Now he's down in Southern California and been playing and, you know, commentating, hanging out there as well. It's cool to see him every single week at WNF.
He's going to be going up against Yasko. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly.
Yasko with the backpack on. I'm always like flabbergasted by any player who plays with the backpack on. I don't think Yasko's going to play with the backpack on just yet. But like that's one of those things that I'm like, I don't know how people do it. Justin does it a lot.
No, there it goes. There goes the backpack.
Okay.
Yeah,
for my sanity's sake.
Yeah, I know. With the chairs back there as well, unless it's like got like this crazy cushion or anything.
Yeah.
Actually, the Secret Tech has got like these, you know, power injectors in the back.
Power
you lean on there,
injectors.
and, you get the energy. It's like a nitro boost. No,
The esports chairs.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
But I've seen Yasko at a bunch of events before. So.
Is that a jury sticker on the Obsidian there?
Yeah,
I think
it looks like
is
it.
what I see.
Oh, does this mean it's going to be a jury play? Is it one of those
The giveaway,
yeah,
right?
Or is it going to be one of those situations where just, you know, throwing people off, right? You know, you come up and your name is PR Balrog, and then you pick like Kage,
Eva Ryu.
you know, yeah. It's like, what's going on here?
Excuse me? That's a good question.
Eli the Curry, of course, known for his Laura play.
Man, there's jury buttons on the side too. It's got to be jury.
I don't know. I think
There's jury buttons and a jury sticker. That has to be. If that's not jury, I want my money back.
you know, the jury is still out on this one, so
Oh,
we'll
boy.
figure it out. So I've used that one before. It's
I'm sure
too
you
easy.
have.
It's too easy.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Angry Bird is in this set of pools, and then I heard like Angry Bird was like maybe not gonna make it, and then maybe was gonna make it, and then I'm not sure if Angry Bird actually got to come out to this event. That's a good question.
Okay.
Like when I was going over pools on my stream, someone was saying, "Oh, he's not gonna make it," and then somebody else was like, "Oh, he is gonna make it." So I don't actually know if he made it out to this event. Maybe I can just look on Twitter.
One of the tricky things about it too is like if you have Angry Bird in your first round,
Yeah.
and then he doesn't make it, are you happy or are you sad? Because
That's a
like
good question.
you get a chance to play against Angry Bird. How cool is that?
Yeah,
But then
probably
at
the strongest Zeku player out there, right? I would want to
Yeah.
play Angry Bird for sure. If I was in that pool, it would make me happier to play Angry Bird and lose than for him to not be there.
Yeah, see, that's the question. Because, I mean, obviously, you know, him not being there, you get a bye first round. You're like,
Yeah.
sweet and everything. But, you know, at the same time, you don't get that experience. You don't get to play someone as awesome as Angry Bird, you know.
Yeah, and really when you come out to a tournament like this, you're trying to do well, but you also want to challenge yourself and play against strong players. So Laura versus Jury. The fist bump it is.
And Nephew's in this pool as well. Machabo is in this pool, who is just, you know, fresh off of a win himself.
Over at BAM. Did a great job over in Australia up
with
against Bonchan in the finals.
Yeah, with that Nakali, kind of showing people that Nakali's still in there. So.
Yeah, he's a really good character. He's not played very often, but he's very, very solid.
Well, it is definitely going to be Jury. Here we go. So, Jury versus Laura. Immediately trying to get back there and building up some of those charges on the Kajin.
That's going to be the strategy most of the time round start from Jury, right? Run back, build up stores, and then after that you can play your game. Because until she has them, she loses a lot of her important tools for combos, for neutral.
It's just being able to stay safe in pressure, but Eli the Curry getting the stun right away. And this is going to be a lot of damage because that's just what Laura does.
Yeah, her post-stun damage is some of the highest in the game, and I blame Javits. Because she just has like a ton of damage in every situation.
Yep. And a lot of it also is because a lot of times when she stuns you, it's off of that command throw, which means that there's no scaling on the rest of that combo. Just the one hit to start it up.
Nice punish. Was in range after, had the crouching jab into the elbow.
Yep. Always think back to what David says about Jury. Imagine if she didn't have to charge up all these things all the
She'd
time.
be so good.
She'd be
Her
so
fireball
good,
would be such a pain.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the tough things about Jury. You know, you got to charge these moves up. You also got to even charge up her V skill if you want to use that. So.
All right, activates the trigger.
Oh,
missed
no.
the tail end of that.
Struggle, yeah. And here comes Eli. Tries to go for the command throw. Not punished in time.
Yeah, and when she's in V-trigger, like Jury is actually really tough to deal with. Her standing medium kick and sweep are really, really solid.
Yeah.
You can chain them, the
Oh,
EX uppercut.
It clipped. But you also got to watch out. She's got that surprise V skill ready to launch out at any point in time as well. She got that charged up. So she's just sitting on it. Oh, the confirm on one hit.
Dang, crouching medium kick super with Laura? That's not something you see a lot.
Yeah, it's not like a Chun-Li third strike kind of thing here. Wow, not
Snap
even
that thing out there. I feel like that was like, I'm hitting this. This is it.
Yeah, it's not even like Ken. You know, you can confirm his crouching medium kick into his super, but I don't think Laura has one of the longer cancel windows like Karen and Ken do.
I think you got to commit to believe.
Yeah, and Eli definitely believed and just went straight into the super and got it. Probably just confirmed off of standing, right? I mean, you can do that. You throw out the button. And you know that it's a risk because if they crouch block at the last second, you're gonna confirm it and get it blocked, basically.
Yeah. If you try to do it based on whether you see them standing or not, then you end up in those situations where they crouch block late. As you said, in the last few frames, you're not gonna see it.
Yeah. See a deep exhale there from Yasuko, looking a little nervous there. But it is early. You're on stream.
Yeah, early morning pools, and in general at an event like this, easy to be like, you know, kind of thrown off by the scale of everything, right? This is not an easy tournament. It's super stacked. Tons of great players. It's like, what is going to happen?
Round one. Here we go. Game number 2. Yasuko had that really strong second round that was just basically stolen by that crouching medium kick in the super. So let's see if Yasuko can at least take that encouragement there from that good round.
Yeah, using that standing medium punch for the plus frames. Crush. Keep the corner.
Yep, and then gets the overhead into the throw, close to stun. Oh, here we go, activation. Ooh! I feel like she should have been able to keep that going a little bit, but Eli taking it right back, and yep, you get stunned, and that's it. You're dead.
Yeah, I mean, Laura just, you know, she puts out so much damage in that situation, as we saw the double forward fierce, EX fireball. That standing medium kick from Jury is awesome. It's a really good button, and if you buffer it, you can actually kind of be safe about buffers because you can only cancel it on the first hit. And if the first hit hits, you must be close to them.
Yeah, it's a really good button. I mean, Jury has some really, really strong normals in neutral, but oh man, here we go. Reset. Oh, hit for the command throw, but nice EX.
Yeah, I think that risk is totally fine there from Eli with such a big lead.
Yasuko's trying her best right now to stay in this.
Trying to back Eli up with that standing medium kick. EX, safe on block, and yeah, activates.
Yeah, and the V-trigger one is pretty good for Jury.
I like that V-reversal a lot from Eli, and just put the brakes on after. Didn't go in too hard.
All right, there we go. Dash up throw. Trying to apply the special. Eli's trying to play very safe right now. He is literally taking the throw.
Oh, EX, not in time.
That's going to be punished, but no. Oh, my God. What is happening here? The scramble, and look at this. Yasuko all the way back, but it's not enough to kill yet.
No.
Oh, my God.
Gotta watch the EX elbow again from Laura. Next time, you know that EX elbow is coming. He's buffering. Oh, nothing.
Yep. Careful.
This is scary. EX clap. Charging the V-skill, let it go punish.
Oh, no. Went for the risk. Went for the risk. That's right there is the perfect example. I've always said that it's that mental fatigue that you get at the end of a round where you're just like, you've been playing so careful, but you get so tired playing that way. Your brain just, it's
you're like,
hard
but if this hits, they'll die.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll surely hit.
Yeah.
Just do it. And then, like, sometimes it works, and you're like, whew. And then sometimes you're like, dang it, what if I waited just a little bit more?
It's such a common thing. It happens to so many players you see at the end of these kind of very tense matches where they just throw out that Hail Mary because they're like, you know what? This is either going to win or I lose, but, you know, it'll be done.
Yeah, it's over. As long as I do this, the round's over.
Yeah. But good job. I mean, that was a really nice comeback there from Yasuko.
Yeah, it was a close game at the end for sure. And Eli's definitely really solid. He's one of those players you got to watch out for. As Oil King came up to the stage, you saw Oil King will be playing next. In the G section of the pools here, Smash.gg. go on over to the Street Fighter section. You can see who made it through yesterday, actually. It has like a list of all the players who made it in winners, losers side. So you can keep yourself updated with the brackets from yesterday and also look at the brackets for today and who's going to be playing. The cool thing is that it has like little sections where it's like, today at X time. So if you're like, oh, has my favorite player played yet? You can look through the attendees and be like, okay, they're going to be playing at 4 o'clock today in this pool. I'm going to, like, you know, make sure I'm keeping out for that. Oh, I want to watch this, like, this set of this pool. I want to watch that. Oh, this player already made it through on winner's side. Nice. Like, you can just keep up to date on everything on Smash UG, which is really, really cool if you're following along at home and invested in some of these players. You want to know how they're doing. You know, you have somebody who you're like, man, I really like this player. I hope they make some CPT points this event. It's an awesome way to keep track of everything as he comes up in this fancy UIU jersey. And you know what's cool about their redesign UIU is that they have like the bull on it now.
Oh, yeah.
And that came from last year when they were here in Chicago for Combo Breaker. They made like the long sleeves with the bull on it, and that was like the first time they did it. And I think now it's like become their thing. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna stick with the bull.
It's their now official mascot.
Yeah, you gotta represent. You're in Chicago. I'm wearing the Jays. It's just how it goes.
Yeah, well, Oil King right now at this point in time has pretty much taken over as the strongest player from Taiwan. And he has been playing so strong recently. Gamerby, of course, you know, still in the mix all the time, but Oil King has really started to assert himself, has been placing so high in many events. Won a premiere last year as well, but he's going up against Mad King Cam, who I've definitely seen at several events. And again, you know, one of the tricky things about an event like Combo Breaker, and especially in a game like Street Fighter V, where players, there's so many good players, you can't take anyone for granted.
There's a ton. This is not an easy tournament, no matter like what pool you end up in. Even the pools that are like supposed to be the easier pools are just like, oh, there's like 3 or 4 good players. You know, it's like one of those situations where it's like, well, instead of like 2 or 3 top 15 players or, you know, top 30 players, there's like just 1 or 2. It just breaks down a little bit like that, and it's still a really tough pool to get through.
It looks like Mad King Cam is going with the Ew Ingrid costume. Never been a fan of Ingrid. I know
you don't like Ingrid?
People always get mad at me about that.
Yeah, I don't know much of the lore of the character, but the costume looks silly.
Here comes Oil King going with Rashid. Of course, that's where he got his name from. He was using Rashid, and they just kind of called him an Oil King. So it just stuck.
Yeah, and he has, you mentioned, had a lot of success. He was over at BAM. He had a tough loss there, but since then, I think he, you know, is one of those players that will just come back to next event stronger and stronger and stronger.
He's going to bounce back, and we already saw, you know, a high-level Rashid from Takeuchi do his work, and here Oil King right now just kind of running through Mad King Cam here in round number 1 and baits out the EX, even as a read on that in round 1.
Yeah, I mean, looking super, super solid. Oil King's one of those players that, like, no matter what the event is, I feel like he's always in contention to be in that top 8, be in that top 16, no matter what. Really, really solid. And the one thing about him is that's scary is that he has these wild uppercuts on Wake Up and these wild, like, crouching medium kicks on Wake Up. Like, he is really, really antsy on Wake Up, but in a way that's really hard to defeat. Stun already, has tons of meter.
Yeah, I mean, if you're antsy on Wake Up, oh, whoop, that was interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the way Oil King looked at the screen after, too. Like, he put his hand up like, excuse me?
I checked that.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, makes up for it.
Man, we got to see that face again. That was pretty good. I love that face. But as soon as he dropped the combo, his hand came up like, no? Are you sure?
I also like the way he's drinking out of his water bottle. He's like two-handing the water bottle right there.
Double fisting. He's got to make sure. Besides that weird drop, the rest of that was pretty solid from Oil King.
That is a really nice looking jersey, though, that UIU jersey.
Yeah, it looks clean. Fierce buffer. Really, really good from Rashid. His standing fierce is great. It's one of the moves that you can buffer into the roll kick or the Eagle Spike, and both are fine. Wow, another miss.
And I felt like he did that at such a good range, too, because that it was one of those whiff OSs right there, that it was at a range where it would only cancel if Mad King Cam had walked into it.
Nice EX Tenko afterwards.
Oh, that was kind of cute, but, you know, Oil King's like, look, can't do cute on me here.
Yeah, Q doesn't kill. Sometimes you just tried something that's it's a cool idea, but not something that'll get away with on Oil King.
Right,
He's
so
pretty
there you
solid.
go, Mad King Cam just finishing the combo that time, building up some of that V skill as well, that V trigger meter.
Clean anti-air on the heavy mixer.
Counter hit and max damage there.
That's
with
a lot.
The fierce confirm. Oh,
Jump
and he's
in.
going to land the cross up and get the stun. There we go. And
Has
he's sitting
critical
on a bunch of meter. Is this going to kill? It is almost definitely going to kill.
That's a lot of scaling. Dang, the last hit, Oil King
I
moving
was confident here. I had no question. I'm never wrong on that.
on. You've never been wrong
I've
ever,
never been
James.
wrong on that. Is it going to kill?
Ever.
Ever.
There's not video evidence. That was clean. Oil King, nice haircut, clean jersey, somehow wearing shorts inside.
Yeah, I mean, does he got the shorts? Does he got the
Yes, he
official
does.
shorts?
I
Oh,
saw
nice.
the legs when he was approaching the stage. We got to see the legs.
See the leg. We got to see the legs here. Oh,
Dang.
there, yeah.
Wait, hold on. this broadcast is not meant for mature audiences, all right? Hold up.
We don't have the warning, you know.
Nope, not on the stream when you
age
click
and
on
shit.
it. That was a little dangerous.
man.
Yeah, I told you. I saw them when he was coming up to the stage. We have a monitor with everything on here. I saw them. Those little legs, the dainty legs coming up to the stage.
Dainty legs.
Yeah. Man, a lot of Rashids in this section of the bracket, of course. We mentioned that John Takeuchi is in here as well. He is going to be playing in the winners finals of his pool.
Yeah, he's going to be playing in his winter finals against Wish Punish from Kuwait.
Yeah.
But that is going to be happening after the break, so make sure you stay tuned in. You do not want to miss that match. Huge amount of prize money on the line.
Baby, let's go! The jump in was perfect.
Oh, that was so slick.
Yeah, this is a team tournament. We're going to see all these players go up against each other.
Oh, an unbelievable block!
What a way to end. Uh-oh. Pleased to meet you. Go on. I'd do it if I were you.
Still my heart, and you stay the coming end.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the key?
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
A lot more pressure. Now that he's grounded, he's trained Dominion for that state of mind after the V-Trigger 2. He's going to get a lot more from that pressure. We'll see if that even comes to fruition in Game 2. Whoop! Nope.
Wow.
Snatcher just...
That was kind of weird.
missing.
Yeah.
I thought it would catch the landing frames.
Yeah, me too.
Whoop.
I love his usage of that in kind of unorthodox spots on screen. Oh, he dashed in. Okay, he didn't want to deal with her dash. Good stuff.
Decent amount of damage from Dominion. Again, this control from the corner.
Again, dashing in. Pierces through.
All right, it's that thing we talked about. Getting the throw this time. And staying in place is Dominion.
Dominion just out of there. No more trigger.
Ooh.
He evaded
Uppercut.
it. Amazing.
Superman punches his way to the first round of Game 2. Oh, animation. I rarely get to see that, actually. Man, this guy's a conceited character. Holy.
Yeah. Back in right away again. I really like the minions in and out.
Corner carry and the damage coming from Colleen. No icicle pressure. Oh, and the punish on the Psycho Knuckle. Trying to get a throw from Dominion. He's not going to budge.
Dominion's been in the corner many times in his fighting game life.
Nice check. Roundhouse.
All right, here you go. Dominion into the corner himself. Anti-air? No. Okay, walks under. Gets more.
Good amount of damage to crush counters there. Activation from Momochi.
Plus, yeah. Stun? No, he's gonna go for the kill? I'm not sure.
Quite possibly. This does a lot of damage. Ooh, and he gets it. I'm telling you, that's a lot of damage.
You're right.
Woo.
1-1? Sure.
Real clean game for Dominion. Second game around.
Again, I really like his counter pokes with the character. I think he does a great job of that.
Yeah. What's surprising to me is that he's still sticking to his guns on defense, not phased too much by Momochi's pressure from V-Trigger 2. He hasn't budged from his from what his game plan is.
Slowly moving into the corner here. Dominion playing actively.
Oh,
Great jump spot. Kind of hard situation to anti-air in. Dominion again slowly moving forward. It's really been the name of the game.
it's still no real buttons from Momochi in the neutral. It's a lot of blocking. As a matter of fact, Dominion has just been able to close the gap and keep Momochi on his toes. He hasn't figured out what he wants to do in neutral other than throw out the roundhouses occasionally, get that V-trigger build up, and then start his offense. Nice whiff punish. So much
That is a lot.
meter to get that damage off. And it's already down to 30 seconds. Dominion's in a tight spot.
No anti-air. Ah, yes. No, hold on. Not dead yet. Activation. Backdashing is Momochi. Oh, that trade was really good from Momochi right there. Got her.
Oh, wow.
Look at this time now. 10 seconds. He needs something big, and Momochi knows it. I'm very surprised to see a button at all from Momochi rather than just taking grabs right now.
He's out of there.
He's
Spent
gone.
the bar, and that's a time over. Yeah, he's just chilling.
Just throw. He was willing to just take the grab for sure.
And it was already a critical art, so it was too much a waste. He needs to build meter in, and he already had it locked down. Woo.
Match point, Momochi.